Okay, good morning to all of you. Let's begin our class. Today we will take some questions of the NCERT book, especially the numericals, and discuss them. I will be doing them on the board. Some of the theory ones I am sure you will be able to manage with the notes which I have given you. They are self-explanatory. However, some of them I will touch upon, but I will not be doing all the NCERT questions, but a few of them which I feel I should be helping you out, especially in the numericals. Okay, so take your copy, a pen, be ready, and we will discuss the questions on the topic market equilibrium. Okay, market equilibrium. The questions which are there, we will solve them just now. Yeah, the first question was explain market equilibrium. Explain market equilibrium. That is on page 84 of your book. Explain. If you have your book, if you don't have your book, I'm giving you the question as well. Don't worry. Explain market equilibrium. Now, how would we answer this question? You'll say market equilibrium refers to the situation when the market demand is equal to the market supply. It's a simple answer. When the market demand is equal to the market supply, that point where the demand curve cuts the supply curve, that is the equilibrium point by which we get our equilibrium price and our equilibrium quantity. Okay, so I needed to do this question because now when we do our numericals, this will come handy. Now, question number 22 of your book, which is a numerical, it says, suppose the demand and supply curves of a commodity X in a perfectly competitive markets are given by, so the supply and demand curve of commodity X of a perfectly competitive firm is given as the quantity demanded is equals to 700 minus P and quantity supplied is equal to 500 plus 3P. What do you have to find? Find equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. Copy down this question. Suppose the demand curve and supply curve of a commodity X of a perfectly competitive firm is given as QD, that is the quantity demanded, is equal to 700 minus P and the quantity supplied is equal to 500 plus 3P. Find the equilibrium price and the equilibrium quantity. So we write at equilibrium price. What do we know? We know that QD equals QS. Demand is equal to supply, right? Substituting the value of QD here as 700 minus P, which is given, equals, substituting what is given here, 500 plus 3P. What do we get? 3P, this comes here, becomes 4P is equal to how much? 500, that is, comes here, that is equal to 200. 700 minus 500, 200. P is equal to 200 upon 4, that is equal to 50 rupees. So the price is equal to rupees 50. Now we find the equilibrium quantity. We have found the equilibrium price. Now equilibrium quantity. Equilibrium quantity. From which side we take out first? From the demand side. Let's see demand side. What was the demand side? 700 minus P, that is equal to 700 minus P, we have found out 50, that is equal to 650. This is from the demand side. Suppose we take out from the quantity side, from supply side. What is the supply side? 500 plus 3P, that is 500 plus 3 into 50, that is equal to 500 plus 150, and that is equal to 650. So your equilibrium price is 50 and your equilibrium quantity is 650 units. I hope I am clear. Do I need to further explain? If you have understood, can I have an indication? Okay. Okay. Still some no indication. A quick revision of what I have done. When is an equilibrium? When quantity demanded is equal to quantity QD is equal to QS, that is demand is equal to supply. So it is given, the 2 is given as quantity demanded in the question is given as 700 minus P and QS is equal to 500 plus 3P. This is given. And we are told to find the equilibrium price and the equilibrium quantity. So for finding an equilibrium price, what do we know? B is equal to S, demand is equal to supply. Quantity demanded is equal to quantity supply, then there will be an equilibrium. So QD is given, substitute those values here, 700 minus P. QS is given 500 plus 3P. How do we get 3P? 3P minus comes this side plus 4P is equal to 700 minus 500 is equal to 200. P is equal to 200 upon 4, you get 550. So the price is 50. Equilibrium price is 50. Now we need to find equilibrium quantity. So equilibrium quantity we can be finding out from both sides. Demand side must equal supply side. Suppose we take the demand side. What is the demand side? 700 minus P. 700 minus P, we have found P to be 50. 700 minus P, that is 50, is equal to 650. From the demand side. A demand side should equal the supply side. Supply side is what? 500 plus 3P. 500 plus 3 into what was P? 50. 500 plus 150 is equal to 650. So from the demand side and supply side also they are equal. So the equilibrium price is 50 and the equilibrium quantity is 650 units. Is that okay? Can we go on to the next? Okay. Can I wipe out the board? Okay. Now let's take the next question, which is question 24 of your book. Question number 24 of your book. If you have your book, please take your book to page number 85, question number 24. What does question 24 read? It reads, suppose the demand and the supply curves of salt are given by QB is equal to, what is it? 1000 minus P, and quantity supplied is given as what? 700 plus 2P. First, find equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. So let us do the first part. Equilibrium price. Equilibrium price is when QD is equal to QS. Substitute the values. 1000 minus P is equal to 700 plus 2P, and that is equal to 3P is equal to 300. P is equal to 300 upon 3, that is equal to 100. Correct? 100 is the price. 100 rupees. What do we find? Equilibrium quantity. Equilibrium quantity from demand side. What is the demand? 1000 minus P. That is 1000 minus 100. That is equal to 900. From the demand side. Let us go to the supply side. Supply. From the supply side, we get QS is equal to, how much is it? 700 plus 2P. 700 plus 2 into 100. That is equal to 700 plus 200. That is equal to 900 units. So the first part is done. Find equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. Is that okay? The first part? First part is okay? Good. Now we come to the second part. What does the second part say? Suppose that the price of an input used to produce salt increases, so that the new supply curve is QS is equal to 400 plus 2P. How does the equilibrium price and quantity change? I'm wiping out the board. Okay? Can I wipe out the board? Yeah? The second part. This is the second part. What is the second part? We say due to an increase in the price. That's right. Due to increase in price. What happens? He says, now there's an increase in the price. The supply curve becomes QS is equal to 400 plus, what is it? 2P. So he says, now find the equilibrium for the new quantity. So new equilibrium would be QD is equal to QS, which is the new one. This one. So we'll say 1000 minus P is equal to 400 plus 2P. 3P is equal to 600, P is equal to 600 upon P, that is price is equal to rupees 200. Okay. Now, what do we get? Equilibrium quantity. We can take it from both sides. Equilibrium quantity. From demand side, what is the demand? 1000 minus P, that is 1000 minus 200, that is equal to 800 units. From the demand side. From the supply, what is the new? 400 plus 2P, 400 plus 2 into, how much was P? 200. 400 plus 400, that is equal to 800 units. Now what do we see? The new equilibrium price is rupees 200 and the new equilibrium quantity is 800 units. So when the equilibrium price increases, the equilibrium quantity decreases. Previously, how much was it? 900. Now, what does it become? 800. Previously, what was the price? It was 100. Now, what is the new price? 200. So, when the price increases, the quantity demanded decreases. So, the equilibrium prices increases and the equilibrium quantity decreases due to the rise in the price of input. When the input price increases, naturally the price will increase. When price increases, what happens to the quantity? The quantity decreases. Am I clear for this point? If it is? Yes? Good. So that was the second part. Copy this down quickly. Then we go to the third part. This one is the new one, okay? Can we go to the third part now? Have you copied? Okay, third part. Suppose that the government has imposed a tax of rupees 3 per unit of sale. How does it affect the equilibrium price and quantity? Okay, can I wipe out this board now? Yeah. Third part. The original supply was what? QS is equal to 700 plus 2P. This was the original supply curve. Now when tax of rupees 3 per unit of sale is imposed, the new supply curve would be QS is equal to 700 plus 2, that is the price minus the tax. That is, when tax of rupees 3 per unit of the sale is imposed, what will be your new supply curve? Your new supply curve would be QS equal to 700 plus 2P minus 3, that is equal to, let us work it out, 700 plus 2P minus 6. Okay, and further work it out. 2P is 694. 694 plus 2P, will now become the new QS, quantity supplied. 700 minus 694 plus 2P. Now for equilibrium. Now for equilibrium, QD should equal QS. Okay, and which QS? The new QS. So 1000 minus P, which is the original. The new district is 694 plus 2P. 3P is equal to 10 minus 4 is 6, 0, and 9 minus 306. So P is equal to 306 upon 102 rupees. So the price is 102 rupees. Okay. Now quantity. Find the quantity. Equilibrium quantity. From demand side, what is the demand? QD is equal to 1000 minus P, that is 1000 minus 102, 10 minus 2, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8. 8, 9, 8. From the supply side, what supply will take? The new one, that is 694 plus 2P. 694 plus 2P. 694 plus 2 into 102. 694 plus 2 to the 4 to 0, 204. 4 and 4, 8, 9, 6, 9, 8. 6, 9. 8, 9, 8. So the new equilibrium price is how much? 102. And new equilibrium quantity is how much? 898 units. So when equilibrium price increases, the equilibrium quantity, what happens to the quantity? It decreases. Is that okay? When the equilibrium price increases, what was the first equilibrium price? Check your first part. It was 100. It has increased to 102. What was the equilibrium quantity? Check the first part. How much was it? 900. Now what it has become? 898. So when equilibrium price increases, the equilibrium quantity decreases. Is this okay, children? Am I clear enough? So, like this kind of numericals could be made and given to you, but basically what we are learning is market equilibrium. And when does market equilibrium happen? When demand is equal to supply. We have learned that. Then we also learn later on that it is not only the market forces of demand and supply which creates the equilibrium price and the quantity. Many a times the government also intervenes, and we learned that. One in the case of price ceiling and one in the case of price floor. These are the interventions of the government for taking care of the benefits of the people. And we have gone into exhaustive study for what is price ceiling, and we have also studied what is price floor. Is that okay, children? Any problem anywhere you want to ask regarding this numerical? Yeah? Am I clear enough? You have understood it. Now children, you need to have a little practice. Okay, if you have practice, do the sum over again, the numerical again, so that you will understand what you are doing. Once you understand, the logic becomes clear, then whatever is given to you, you will have no problem. Okay, so you need to practice. Practice makes perfection. So don't just because I have done it on the board, I have explained it, it comes easy, you understand, and then you forget about it. No, don't forget about it. Please go and try and do these once again. Because if you do it once again, maybe the first time you will forget, then you look again and again you will do it, and then it will become a part of you. So do that, and we shall get along with it. I'm out of time now, so I must stop here. And tomorrow is Thursday, so we will have a class in statistics tomorrow. Okay? Till then, all of you do have a nice day and keep yourselves safe. Be safe. Okay?